That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Gang bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up. That's my day uno.
Niggas know it since day uno. For rare recitors, and I'ma say puto. And I mean that with all due disrespect to the ops off tops if you diss the set. This man though I go half on the sack with him, double back on foot with the Mac with him. Cognac, that's what my joint drank, period. I done seen him do it point blank. Neighborhood for death though, EC on mine. Every time still give my nigga 3 up high. When it's cracking, he usually a trip before me in 03 introduced me to Nip. Got a lot of politics between the two turfs. Choose to keep it mafia like Blue Smurf. Half the time I don't even like her, but I ain't never met a nigga like
That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Gang bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up. That's my day uno. So when it come to dying, it ain't nothing. Killing ain't shit either. Enemies know we stay hunting. We know it's wrong, but we love it. Where you wanna take it? We in the streets. We don't mind a little confrontation. Whole lot of gunplay with me and my low. I'm talking pistol with the scopes when we out on patrol. Hunting for domes. My low was a fool when he get it in. Pull up on him like cuz, let's slide it and getting in. Lil Mac down, my bro. Ain't gotta prove a point. It's facts over feelings in my SPI boy. M's be the logo. That's my day uno. We ain't friends. It's only me and cuz in this Benz. Like identical twins. We on that same shit. Day uno. Them be the niggas that I bang with. A lot of politics between both gangs, it is what it is. The homies live the game. That's my day uno. Only me and him in his two-door Benz. That's my bro. We don't call each other friends, day uno. Even ride with me to the end. Even let me have the last shot at him. That's my day uno. We stay cracking. And when I die, he one of the niggas carrying my casket. Gang bang active. Really with the shit, stay banged up. My day one ain't never changed up. That's my day uno.
BLACBOX production. Y'all know what it do, what it don't, what it did, and what it does. You in here with cuz, man. Yeah, I just say, look, the consistent, continuous content creation campaign must go on, right? And I've been seeing this conversation going on about this Young Buck and Fat Joe situation. I chose to diverse mentality. Shout out to him. He has a dope platform. Go give him a subscribe. I chose to react to his video about the situation because he put some pieces together. I didn't want to go and grab this, that, and all that on my mama, right? But we know Fat Joe has developed a reputation of just being super capped out. So Young Buckers respond with a diss song called Cappuccino. Pretty clever, right? We know he deal with the police in times of turmoil. I've seen with my own eyes. And the way he apparently tried to shade this story and paint it, it's like it don't seem too far off the truth when you know what he's been through with you chasing him toward the police and how they use the police as a shield or a buffer from the attack. But yeah, let's see what they I'm glad Diverse Mentality did what he did, because shout out to DJ Don Juan. DJ Don Juan was on this video, and he said something that I was thinking, I'm like, where was Tick and Hair and Manny? There is absolutely no way Manny would have been there and it went the way Fat Joe said it is, and Manny would have been there in them days. But yeah, with no further ado, let's see what Fat Joe claims him and Young Buck had been up to.
What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and Fat Joe has decided to basically stir up some stuff with Young Buck And it was when Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda appeared on the Joe and Jada podcast. If you're not aware, Fat Joe just recently did an episode on their Joe and Jada podcast with Jadakiss, and they had Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda up there. And on there, Fat Joe decided to recall a moment where he ran into Young Buck. And the way he tells the story is that Young Buck wanted to come down and fight him, but didn't come down. And Young Buck popped his head out through the security, and Fat Joe swung on him a few times and gave him a 2-piece biscuit, basically. And Tony Yayo kind of counters the story and says, tell the story because I never heard about it. And he kind of looks at him a little side-eyed. Same with Jadakiss. He looks at him a little bit side-eyed. And the whole, I don't know, man, something seemed weird about their interactions on there. I mean, it started out really cool. Towards the end, Yayo kind of presses Fat Joe about, hey, did you want to do harmful things to me? What was that about? And it just kind of got ended there. And Yayo kind of looks at him a little bit different and weird. So there was some type of tension there still, but they're still cool. They did a deal, like Fat Joe and Jadakiss helped Yayo and Uncle Murda do a podcast deal with their Valium network. So clearly it was not any beef there anymore. But Fat Joe's story decided to stir up a lot of drama because a lot of people look at Fat Joe's stories as lies, or at least they're fabricated to way further extent to make him look better. So let's play the clip of Fat Joe telling the story, and then I'm going to get into Young Buck's response, as well as the people that were around at that time, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on everything.
You breaking news if I never told nobody or said the story before, but because we saying that I might as well. But I caught Young Buck in that time.
Oh shit.
Hey, y'all know we be going in on Buck over here, but this, I just know better than this, bro. This dude just look bushy. Why does his beard and facial hair match his jacket? Is that intentional or is that just incidental?
I never heard that story.
He ain't gonna tell 50 that.
Yeah, call Young Buck.
Tell us the story because he ain't gonna tell 50.
Man, he got 2-piece legends. Like, yeah, Young Buck, man. That nigga tried to front on me. He said, yo, I'm telling you.
They put heads on Buck.
I'm telling you.
Supposed to be no head.
No.
So what happened?
Story or you want the story?
I want the story.
And so I'm coming off stage. It's like a summer jam, but a winter jam. Right? It was winter, right? So everybody on there, Young Jeezy, Fab, there was a lot of witnesses too. I don't know. They don't never tell my stories when I'm the victor, I never hear the story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting off the stage and it's dumb dark. Like it's mad dark. And there was somebody up on the second thing. He was like, yo, crack. But I just got off stage. I'm ripping it down. Chicago. I'm walking out and says, yo, crack. You hear me, nigga? I look up. Oh, it's Young Buck. I got a water bottle in my hand. Like, fuck out of here. I throw the water bottle up there. I said, come down, pussy. Come down, pussy. Damn. Like, come down, pussy.
But he didn't go up. Notice that. He's so tough, holler, screaming, begging for somebody to come to him. But he didn't make his way to Young Buck. Just notice that off top. He trying to make it sound tough to scream and throw a water bottle and say, come here. But he's not making no advance toward his target.
Damn. Yo, I'm going crazy. Oh. I don't never get like.
So when he came down.
I don't know. I don't get tested. Like, it's very hard to test me. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you.
Don't forget, he robbed a gym full of kids, 70 of them, I believe he said. 70 people by himself. He's a problem.
Yo, I'm going.
Come on, man.
I just black out. So I'm waiting for the nigga. The nigga up there, he got to come down the staircase, right? So I'm losing my mind, right? Like, yo, come there. Come. He had a bunch of niggas with him, too. A bunch of Chicago dudes with him, right? So the cops.
How he just know where the dudes was from. He just talking. Just because he in Chicago and Buck Deep, you don't know where them dudes is from.
Come, and they form like a barricade. Like this.
So look, this nigga is telling this war story. He's about to say he popped off while the police was forming a barricade. He don't realize this is whole shit. Like, you did some bitch shit, some PC shit. And he did the same thing when we chased in Miami. He ran straight to the police.
Like 5 cops, they closed the staircase so he won't come. He took too long to come down, by the way. Like, you know, when you see a nigga, you ready to tear him up. You down.
Get there.
Yeah. He's taking too long, right? And so when he comes,
taking too long, but you ain't made a step to go his direction. Maybe if y'all both was coming like this, y'all could have met a little sooner. You just waiting to be attacked. You sound like a victim.
comes down, he's in the staircase and he's trying to tell me like, yo, this ain't got nothing to do. But he was just talking crazy. He tested me to see if Fat Joe was pussy. You know, a lot of niggas is pussy.
So that's a test to holler up from the stands in front of a barricade of police. That's, you feel like he was testing to see if you, only a pussy nigga would feel like he was being tested to see if he was pussy and feel like he proved something about screaming, calling a guy pussy. That's pussy shit, just to use the pussy, fat hoe.
Joe, you sure he just wasn't saying what up? Like he said,
hell no, it was at the height of the beef.
Oh.
So he's in the staircase, yo, I wasn't this and that, but he poked his head out just 1 second over the cops thing. Nigga caught the.
Look what he claiming, even if it were true, which I believe it absolutely is not. He's claiming to have taken a person in front of the police and you didn't get arrested. They didn't. He think he tough because he allegedly somebody reached their head across to talk to you in peace in front of the police, and then you got busy on him. That's tough guy stuff. Why y'all not laughing at him, telling him he a bush nigga, even if that's true? Y'all ain't keeping it a Google in there.
Come on. Niggas like,
what he do?
Even the barber hit him.
So what he do?
Even the barber hit him?
He hit us with the my bag. Yo, it wasn't like that. This, that.
Man, if you don't get the f out of here with that bush, there ain't no way in the world.
You know.
Then we jump. I tell you, I had that was a
sad.
I had the ugly niggas with me.
My bad. I'm just thinking little lines again.
No, I'm just telling you, it was like yo, it happened.
I never heard this story. It's the first time.
I'm telling you the truth.
That's great. Not believe
a lot of stories we never heard. He
He's gonna want to come up here.
He can't come up here anyway. Because the nigga ain't down with the movement no more.
That's crazy. Imagine Fat Ho kicking it with the movement. The movement is the unit. And SPI not. And according to 50, he say, I didn't have a record. What's Uncle Murder record? Actually, what's Tony Yayo's record? I mean, as far as having a record that makes you somebody that stands out special, this is crazy. I put in work, real, actual, factual. Rest in peace, Puto. 3 up top. Boy, I love you. It's crazy. Gangster shit.
Can't come up here. Say his part. What you gonna say? I'll tell him in his face. Come on, Jada, you fucking with.
Listen, I never look.
So that's Fat Joe's side of things. He says that, you know, he gave him a 2-piece biscuit quickly, briefly, and everything was broken up and they all went their separate ways. Now, the people that were there, and mainly on Buck's side, have spoken out and said this is total fabrication. This is total lies. And one of the first people to respond is Starlito. If you don't know Starlito, he is, you know, part of Nashville, Cashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, I know I'm not made for this universe. If Buck and Starlito is thugging together, do you know the type of allegations Starlito put out on Buck way before he got caught up on that phone call with Greg? Starlito been saying Buck was a Nashville fun boy for years. And Buck has been broken. He's been Buck broken. I didn't mean to no pun, but Buck has been broken to the point where to have value, to feel cool, he hanging with Starlito. Starlito hard, though. All-star dope, hell of an artist, but he just humiliated Buck.
See, of course, with Beyond Buck, they had beef themselves, but they squashed it actually fairly recently in public, having an event with a bunch of people squashing the beef. Even D-Tay pulled up with Buck, which was cool. But Starlito quoted the
D-Tay, you still hanging with Buck, even though you know he like that pussy, huh? I don't know. See, I'm not made for these circles, bro. 1597.
tweet that referred to the Fat Joe clip, and he said this. Cappuccino. I was there. Chicago PD put me in cuffs as they de-escalated. Lil Wayne security got me out of the jam. No one harmed anyone. So that was the first response when it came to this. And the second response was Young Buck. He decided to go on social media and make funny AI videos saying that he just got out of the hospital after Young Buck, after
Coach PR, that's my nigga. Oh God. I seen him knock out one of Young Buck homies from Cashville, split his whole PR carry himself like just a guy, cool guy, no thug, no tough, no nothing. And this nigga called himself a hard nigga from Cashville, tried to play PR. That nigga PR, when that nigga jaw so cold, split his so nasty. Shout out Coach PR.
Fat Joe gave him a 2-piece, which was hilarious. He posted those clips. And then the following day, he decided to preview a response diss track with a biscuit and little quotes and lines. And then after that, Young Buck's former DJ decided to step in and give his side of the story. He was Young Buck's DJ from 2006 to like 2008 or 2009, so quite some time back. But he says, I wasn't the street guy. I just saw it from my perspective, and this is what happened.
Shout out Don Juan. He a good dude, man. Being a DJ, he plays Hollywood, LA area quite often. And no matter what venue I found myself in, if Don Juan was the DJ, I've been able to grace the stage and get mine off. He adds me to the bill. Shout out Don Juan. He a real nigga. If he's in the place and I get there by any other way through him, I'm carte blanche to whatever he has access to as soon as he lay eyes on me. He a real one. Shout out Don Juan.
Happened, so check out the video explaining that.
Hey, yo, what up? Hey, look, I'm DJ Don Juan, right? I was Young Buck's DJ from 2006 to like 2008. And yesterday, I'm wondering why I'm seeing, this post about Fat Joe and this 2-piece biscuit. And so I finally stopped and watched it today, and look, man, the majority of people I know that Joe is a percentage-wise cap. There's always like something, and then there's something. And it is what it is. I don't personally know Joe. I know cats that do. It is what it is. I'm not hating on podcasts. I'm a huge fan of Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? The whole joint. You see how he just kind of put the pillow over. Look, man, I love entertainment. But I was actually there at that Chicago show. And it was a lot of people. Yes, and we were up on a top tier. And I was specifically watching this. I'm not the goon. I'm the DJ. So I'm watching everything from like everybody's in front of me and I'm right there, right? I see this. I'm right there at that tunnel that comes down. What Joe is lying at is Joe pulled up at the bottom of that tunnel with 4 cops with him. Like they were surrounding him. Like there was already a tension in the air that the beef was going on and that Buck was going to be there. And Joe was moving around the whole time with police. I'm not knocking that. That's just exactly what happened. The police didn't just randomly pop up and form some type of barricade at the tunnel. They was already with him. And yes, the police did form a barricade, but they was rolling with him from the stage all the way back to his tour bus. They was there. And Buck was barking from the top. The whole crew was.
That sounds hot like how Fat Joe rolls. When we was on his bumper in Miami, he utilized the police in the exact same fashion.
Because Buck was down for the unit. Buck was down for 50. I know things have happened, but everywhere we went, you was not going to disrespect 50 Cent in front of Young Buck. So Buck was like, he was barking at him, right? Joe comes into view at the bottom of that tunnel and looks up at Buck and says, yo, Buck, no disrespect to you, but fuck 50. And when he said that, like Buck just turned into an animal and they just rammed down that corridor to come down. Like it was a big arena. We were in Chicago and he starts coming down, but he can't get to him because of the police.
And how many steps did Fat Joe make toward Young Buck? That's the real question. He stayed right there between them police. Like when me and Mace, it is what it is. Mace and Cameron, the podcast, when me and Mace chased his ass in Miami amongst a gang of other homies, he ran straight to the police. When we tried to pass the area that we saw them go in, there was police in there telling us we could see them going. They went in the door and went out another door. as we tried to follow them through that first door they went in, it was police between us and that second door, and we could see them like getting out that door, getting in their vehicles, and the police just calmly telling us, I wouldn't do that if I was you. It's not a wise move to keep following them. We turned around and got on. My mama, no lie.
Buck and Joe and them, as soon as Buck started coming, Joe and them took off to go to the tour buses, bro. And I don't get it. I know it's cap, and they say all news is good news or whatever.
Inglewood Mugs, get your boy Fat Joe, man. He on some bush
for the game, for like this business that we're in. And it's funny looking at the memes and stuff like that, but two-piece biscuit where? Literally. I might as well just been the journalist. I'm the DJ. I'm not the goon, dude. Like, I'm not on the front line ready to go to war physically like that, especially at that time, right? Nowadays, it's a little bit different. But back then, I was very young, was new to the whole play. It's cap, bro. It's cap. Coach PR reposted it. They know other people. RP Tick, telling on them. It's cap, bro.
Rest in peace, Tick. Tick was not going for no parts of that piece of none of that.
Why though? And now that bring Buck up on the podcast then. Like I said, like Joe is cap, man. It's all for entertainment though. So I was actually there. I saw it with my own two eyes. No two-piece, no biscuit, just Fat Joe with police from the moment he went on stage to the moment he came off stage and to back his tour bus, which was probably smart on his part. Because like I said, Buck was not playing no games back then when it came to anything dealing with G-Unit, 50 Cent, any of that, and Buck definitely had them goons with him, them gorillas with him. They weren't all from Chicago. They were some of them was from the Ville. It was with us everywhere we went. And best believe, yeah. So anyway, shout out to Buck. You know what I'm saying? Joe can keep capping. Shout out to them in their podcast. I ain't tripping, do numbers. But there was no two-piece and no biscuit. I was there.
So his side of the story from the DJ's perspective is that nobody put hands on anybody. Basically, Fat Joe said, hey, no disrespect to you, Buck, but F50. And Buck at that time was obviously rolling with G-Unit, riding with 50. So,
and just from a logical standpoint, that sounds like what Fat Joe would say. All the rest of his stories is he beefing with this dude, beefing with that dude, including 50. Then they finally bump into each other, and instead of it going up, he goes over. I told him, I love you, man. That's all his war stories in the industry.
Anybody disrespected 50, Buck was willing to go at. And there is history of Buck doing this. I mean, just look at the Vibe Awards where he allegedly stabbed somebody over Dr.
Nah, Buck poked somebody with a fork. He did not do any harm or injury. Actually, according to 50 Cent, he's the one that actually punctured and harmed and damaged the actual, what was it? The lung or the spleen, whatever was ruptured. 50 said he the one that did that. That's why he made sure it went away for Buck so well. That's one thing I can't say on 50 behalf. That was early on in my time fucking with him, right? And I remember when we got to that concert, we was deep. We went through a lot of metal detectors. We got to the back, got to the dressing room. This nigga 50 went in his boots and pulled out like 3 knives out of each boot. So he had like 6 knives, but he only passed out 5 of them. And that shit had made a cold impression on me, like, because this nigga was a big old store. It's a gang of niggas. And this nigga, he had about 6 knives, like 3 in each boot, and he passed the motherfuckers out. And you remember, if you recall, when that shit jumped off, 50 was backstage about to present an award. So he was looking at the shit on a monitor. Once he seen it was our area, he came from backstage, he jumped in the middle of that melee, and somehow, according to him, got his hands on the target. All them people was attacking one person. I'm right there in the melee, but it was like, it's melee going on. You trying to stand up, making sure you don't know. All them people was attacking one guy, bro. I never got my hands on the guy.
Dre and protecting Dr. Dre. So if Buck can do that, it's clear as day he can definitely go at somebody like a Fat Joe. I don't think he was scared of a Fat Joe. Let's be honest here, guys. Let's not, twist the story. But continuing on, after Buck's DJ posted that video of him explaining the incident with Fat Joe responded in the comments and said, man, you wasn't there because you wouldn't be saying this. Buck should be a grown man and admit it. But no,
if somebody reached across the police and hit you and did some PC shit, who would be afraid to announce that? Well, Buck don't, I mean, what Fat Joe don't understand, that's not nothing gangster. You didn't do nothing tough. You did some whole shit. A barricaded police and you reached across and somebody, that is the definition of whole shit, fat hoe. So for someone to be denying that, like, I would be quick to say, man, this whole ass nigga waited till the police was right there and tried to reach and do some whole shit. No one would deny that, bro.
No worries, this ain't the first time someone lied on an ass whooping. You know Buck is crazy for denying this. Buck's former DJ responded and said, so explain to me how Buck is going to perform without his DJ. You can't be serious. Bruh, bring back Joey Crack. I don't like Baul's Fat Joe. I legit have no reason to cap. I saw you with my own eyes and heard you loud and clear. I gave the direct quote you said, and then you left. Vamonos. You could try and lie about others, but I was the DJ, and we saw you enter with police, perform with police, talk ish with police, and leave with the police. I actually think you made the right decision, Joey Cap. We then get
Bleeding. Salute to Don Juan, my knot.
To Buck dropping the full track, diss track towards Fat Joe, and it's called Cappuccino, which is, you know, what Starlito said in his tweet. And in the caption, he said, good night at Fat Joe. Dinner have been served. Welcome to Cashville. Cappuccino out now on all platforms. With this track, I'm going to let you guys listen to it, snippets of certain parts that were really interesting to me. And then we'll talk about what he said on the track.
Every day some new shit. These rappers need to quit teaming up on these podcasts, making these little skits. Joe, I'm recovered. Let me talk a little bit. Said you gave me a 2-piece. Well, here's the biscuit. Told the story, but you just had to go and twist it. Thought I would miss it. You threw a bottle of water and didn't think that I would risk it. I ought to take it there, but I'm not gonna act like this scripted. Just here to tell the truth so the fans can't get conflicted. No hands was put on nobody, even though I attempted. I don't know if it's just you, Fat Joe, or the Ozempic, but speak facts when you say my name. This ain't the Rucker Park. I don't play them type of games.
So as you can see, Buck is completely denying the allegations. He basically is saying, hey, you know, I tried to put hands on you. Security got in the way. Nobody put hands on anybody. And that's not the story that Fat Joe told, obviously. After Buck released the diss track, he responded to it under a different page.
Whole niggas always talking about what they heard.
And said, buy his stuff. I heard he's doing bad. I wouldn't have said it if it didn't happen. On the actual track, which is really cool, he says he spoke to Who Kid, and Who Kid said, you know, G-Unit doesn't feel the same without Banks and Buck in the group. And I totally agree. That's a really, really dope thing to hear. And then he even shouts out 50 on the track and says, you know, 50 knows how I get, you know, I get the money regardless of what's going on, which is really dope to hear, man. I hope
that's not trying to still act like he's in the game after being. I hope he's not on the internet trying to claim to be getting dirty money. That wouldn't be wise.
Hope these guys come back together. I mean, even if 50's not involved, 'cause I think 50's kind of moved on from music and just all that stuff. It would be cool to have Banks, Buck, Yayo on a G-Unit tour. That'd be really amazing. And I think that's possible, man. I would 100% go and see the show. But nonetheless, Buck has responded. He's said his side of things. And I'm going to give my thoughts on what I think. So Fat Joe, here's the problem with Fat Joe's story. Is why mention this now? When you guys were beefing in your guys' prime in 2005 till 2000 and, you know, because the end of the beef in 2011, I think when Chris Lighty died. So from that time frame of 2004 with New York Record, after that.
Well, I guess he's mentioning it now because he on this podcast, but it don't matter whether he mentioning it now or later because it doesn't ring to be a word of truth, man. You got other witnesses that was there that's telling a totally different account. Trust me, Starlito and Don Juan is not best friends. They didn't get together and prepare notes to make sure they was on point. I'm pretty sure that they account that highly matches one another is a lot more accurate than Fat Joe's. I know not only am I aware of the dudes that Young Buck used to have around him at that time, and they not for no play, I also was around in that time. So if I wasn't on that trip in Chicago, I'm sure the story was told, you know, the next time I seen Buck, the next week, a couple months. Never heard about Fat Ho putting his hands on nobody. The other dudes in the crew would have been clowning Young Buck about that, and it just never would have happened. So, yeah, we know he all about Cap. Now, let's move on down the line, talk about a little rap, because some more Cap is allegedly in the air. Shout out Chick Smooth. He kind of covered this. It's been in the air for a minute, but allegedly, 2T's, who doesn't often make his presence known publicly whatsoever. Shout out 2T's, my nigga from Bunny Hunters. I guess Game came out and said something to the effect of back in the day he wanted to sign Kendrick or attempted to maybe even sign Kendrick. And I remember hearing just through my peripherals, not really tapped in, that 2T's had responded and said that was Cap. And I was shocked. I was shocked to hear that 2T's even came out and spoke on anything. But I find it real ironic when I hear this Game conversation about K-Dot and Top Dog and TDE way back in the day, how influential he was, how interested he was in helping that situation and promoting it. Shout out to Game, shout out to TD. And Top Dog. I can vividly recall when there was a time period when the two people who had record deals on the West Coast first was Game and then myself. And it was time where I had access to local radio, Power 106, and K-Day. I was up there like multiple times a week for a stretch of time. And I can clearly, vividly recall I used to take it upon myself when I went on the radio, always shout out J-Rock, K-Dot, Top Dog, TDE Entertainment. I have clips of it on the red carpet saying this. And there was a period of time when Top Dog was extremely grateful for me doing so and having commentary how Game, who the first time me and Game rapped together, we met battling for DMX. And then we reunited in the studio at Top Dog Studios the first time we did Woozy. But Top Dog used to be extremely appreciative of me continuously, consistently shouting him and his label and his movement out on the radio. And he would be quite vocal about his disappointment in the fact that Game did not do so. Top, I don't know if you gonna ever like lend your voice to any of these subjects, but you know that's facts. I even got some bars about it. They say, go big on you when I was on. Not a chance. Shout your artists out every time that I got a chance. It's some unreleased lyrics. But yeah, let's see what Chick Smooth says the Game, K-Dot, and 2T's have been up to.
Get ready. You know what to do, Chick.
Salute to Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Somebody's lying to us, and we gotta figure out who ASAP. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Chigs, one person is known for being a generational liar, and the other person does not have a track record of lying to people. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. The Game just made a very compelling case for himself. Now, 2 weeks ago, the Game did a radio interview where he claimed that he wanted to sign Kendrick way before he popped off. Now, everybody knows the Game was rocking with Kendrick. He put him on his mixtapes way back when. But to make a bold claim saying you wanted to sign him, that's a little bit different, especially when his security guard himself came out and said, bro, you're lying. The man that he's with on a day-to-day basis came out and called you out for lying. And as a matter of fact, 2T's doubled down on the Game lying. Well, 2 weeks later, the Game is finally speaking out. Shout out to Back on Fig with T-Rel and Smack. Please make sure you guys go to their channel to go watch this full interview with the Game. But these guys were not holding back. These guys straight up asked him, hey, brother, 2T's came out and called you a liar. I know you've been avoiding this question every single media interview that you've done, but we got to know, did you lie? And even though he got defensive, the Game did actually give a very logical explanation. Here's what he said.
You want to sign Doc, and then 2T's commented under this. So we need to clarify. He said you never tried to sign Doc, blood, verbatim. You know what I'm saying? So let's clarify that.
Here go the thing, bro.
Okay, so that's all 2T's did was like comment. He didn't really open his mouth and speak, but he still made his position known.
Number one, 2T's, I let 2T's stay with me
for 5 years in the beginning of my career. 5 years I let blood stay with me, right? I don't got no issue.
I remember the one time me and Madden gang played Madden. We was on Brazil. 2T's bet Lily from Great. They bet gang. I don't know how much, but they bet Lily was like, you got him, Spider? I'm like, I got him. It was a close game, and I beat him though. He tried to pull out a big ass stack of bread, like he was having that rapper money back then. Like that's when he was having stacks with the rubber bands. He was trying to get me to bet back. But that's the only time we ever played. Then I know I'm not better than him. He went on to be like this Madden god, even online and all that. And I'm nowhere near like that. But that one time we played, I got his ass, and he was mad as a motherfucker.
Issues until they got an issue with me. I don't know what blood issue is, but whatever. This is 46 years old. But as far as like TDE, ask Top Dog, bro, what it is with me and what it was with me and what it is with me today. You got to ask Kendrick. Like, let these talk. Here's the thing. How the fuck can a nigga tell me what I wanted to do? If I tell you right now, I wanted to sign Kendrick, how the fuck you gonna tell me what I didn't want to do? I didn't say I signed Kendrick, had a chance to sign Kendrick. When I asked Top Dog about signing Kendrick, Top Dog would tell you this. Top Dog was like, nah, I can't let that nigga go. Literally, to my face.
But this must have been at a time long after he really got K-Dot hot. And it was obvious K-Dot was finna do something, because I can't tell you, there was a time when Top Dog was extremely frustrated and disappointed with Game, because he had a lot of access to radio and media, and he would never shout out Top Dog Entertainment or the artist. That's facts, no hate, all love.
How can you tell me what I didn't want? Kendrick damn near the only I ever really thought about signing, because I knew skill set was, I saw it be way before.
Wait a minute. You had G Malone over there. You was thought about signing him, Black Friday, Life. I don't know where that came from, that statement. Maybe he meant something other than what it sounded like. I don't know.
The world saw it, which is why I put him on my early mixtape.
Juice.
And Top allowed that shit, and then I brought J-Rock and Kendrick on tour. Anybody to say that I wasn't instrumental or I didn't put out a helping hand to help is a straight lying, a fucking sucker ass, because you would not be keeping it 100 with yourself, and you'll be lying to the people if you didn't say that I ain't helped when I didn't have to help nobody. All my homies, brother, everybody wanted me to keep the shit on Cedar Block because we had it. It was Black Wall Street. We was running over anything. We was running over anything in the streets at that time, and music.
That is not true about them running over anything. They had a solid squad, and they had a respectable look because, you know, it was from Compton. There was some real power rules surrounding making the situations, and they was tapped into major industry. So the city, everybody respected it, but I don't know about that running shit over at all.
There wasn't nobody out carrying this shit except me. Nigga, I opened the floodgates for what this shit is now.
You did like 3 records with Dot, right? Like I think it was like
we did the mixtape shit. We did On and on the Doc 2, I believe.
Documentary 2.
Yeah, we did See No Evil on Jesus Piece with Tank. And then we did The City on LAX, I believe. And then we did, you know, the mixtape shit and whatnot. But he got you on all those.
We was arguing.
Hey man, listen, bro.
We got it.
Hey, yo.
So look, so this is what happened, right? When you went viral and you had made that comment, right? He brought it up. So we looking at the little shit, and I'm just talking like I said, when I came into TDE, I'm school with Q brother. When I came in, I came in later on down the line once Q already started making his name in the game. So when you said that, first thing he do, the Diddy, like, bitch, he be trying to troll me. Like, bitch, you know I wasn't around back there, bitch. Yeah. You feel me? You know I wasn't around. So you went to Carson at the house over there. I'm about to put you like.
I spent hours, rest in peace, Puto. Top Dog used to leave me the keys to that studio and even be out of town. And it was a real intimate situation because the way the studio was designed, it was adjacent to his house. He had a big ass house in a cul-de-sac in the Stevenson Village. But like, you could be in the studio and not in the house, but they had a door in the studio that you could open and go into the house. So sometime his son or some of his kids or his family want to get his attention when he in the studio, they might knock on that door, crack the doors, and get his attention. Or when you in the studio, instead of him coming in from where everybody else come in, he might come in through there, or he might leave out of there. That was the connection to the house. And he would trust me and Puto enough to have the keys to the studio. And my homie Meech from 190 really gave us the plug to be over there, even when he was out of town. Never had no problem with us doing anything considered disrespectful, overstepping our boundaries, never mess with that white door, didn't bother it. If nobody came out that we act like that door didn't exist. And I remember it was even times where Top was a real nigga. I'd be low, call Top, like, hey, look out. He'd be like, hey, I ain't around right now, but he's around anytime after 2 o'clock, going over there to the spot, look up under the brown trash can. And I used to go over there, man. Top have an envelope with some cash in there for me, just out of the love, bro. Oh, my mama.
Guys on, all right? Free Cash is a program that you can earn real legit money just by trying out apps and games. Once you're done signing up, inside you're going 5. The best part is money. So not only is Free Cash in my description bar, or scan this QR code with Free Cash. Go run it up. I'll see you guys there.
Bitch, you know I wasn't, bitch. I was doing my own thing while he was doing it. But I'm like, I don't think he tried to. And I'm standing on bitch. I just was talking shit, though. But I did say that.
Also, you going also because he here. You was a bitch. Oh, this is crazy.
I'm like, yeah, man.
So when he sit right here, you's a host. See, that's what he talking about. You can't say it in his face. You's a bitch. You sit on business. Come on, 2 T's. Just look. Come on.
What you
gonna take up on him?
I can't speak 2 T's. He said,
shut up, bitch. You was just taking up on right here.
I'm always taking up on TDE. Nigga, fuck you talking about? But like I said,
I remember when Compton still had the Sizzler in it. I remember 2 T's calling me like, hey, Spider, you at the Sizzler in Compton? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, why motherfuckers think I want to hurt you, man? Somebody always calling me, telling you where I'm at. That's crazy because it used to be vice versa. Rest in peace to my nigga PD from Bonnie and the Stew.
That I wasn't there for that era. You know what I'm saying?
It don't really matter. It don't really matter if you was there or not. It's like if you tell me it's Chick-fil-A for breakfast, and I'll be like, nigga, you ain't want no Chick-fil-A for breakfast. What sense do that make? Right. How the fuck I'm gonna tell you that you didn't want what you wanted for breakfast? So if I tell you I wanted to sign motherfucking Mary J. Blige when I was 5 years old, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. You can't tell me what the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the shit looked kind of weird to me. But motherfuckers get on the internet and want to make it what they want to make it. But the thing across the board about me, motherfuckers love to make me the fall guy for the fuck shit, for the hater shit. And I'm cool with that. I accept it. All bullshit. But I move around LA on my own recognizance with no homies. No motherfucking, no bodyguards and none of that. I ain't never had that. I only had the homies with me when I had the homies with me. But it's me and my motherfucking thing. And I understand that. And I got to ride around the city like that because it's God bless Nip. Or, you know, Biggie died and Pac died up the freeway and PNB Rock and Pop Smoke. And who don't in this motherfucker don't got a dead homie. So I understand where I'm from. I ain't going nowhere. 46 years. I ain't never bought a house outside of California. I live in this motherfucker. Pulled up. You see where I'm at. I came to this motherfucker because I always wanted to be a guest on motherfucking Back on Fed. You gonna have motherfuckers, no matter what we say, no matter what I say, they gonna be hating. I'll be the fall guy for that shit.
Shout out Back on Fed because, you know, can't lie. I felt good being a guest on there too. I always wanted to be one too. I felt good. I appreciate what they created over there, T-Rail and Smack.
But that y'all on the internet defending, just ask them.
First off, you guys, the game has lied so much in the past that people don't even believe his thoughts. You know how much of a generational liar that you have to be for absolutely nobody to trust your thoughts?
I don't know. You know, he may have shot that line past, you know, Top a couple times. And I can see Top saying, nah, boy. But I don't know. I think when he must have first made that statement, he must have made it seem like there was this real long, exhausted effort to really, you know, try to get some negotiations going, which probably never took place. It probably just was a small talk, because I can indeed let you know before Top really got hot, it was me. It was me with the voice that had access to media out here, keeping their name hot. Of course, Game his career was always right here over mine, but it was he and I that had the deals at the time. I know he liked to take a lot of credit for being the only one to have any influence on that era. However, that's not quite how that took place either. But shout out to him for what he did do and really bringing Dr. Dre back to the elements. 2 T's, it's crazy seeing him on there. I'll share a quick story before we bring this to an end. I can remember a time where, it's lyrics about it where I say, shout out 2 T's, he gave Puto a path. That's Baby Low Bounty Hunter. Who know the half? And I also got boy to say something you yees. I would have been got the bus if it wasn't for 2 T's, because 2 T's was my nigga throughout this whole saga, and he really was down with Game at one point. On my mama, he was really pressing the line, letting him know like this Black Wall, we cool Sparta, but if we ever clash in public somewhere, and that's what's up, we gonna rumble. We made that clear. However, I remember I was shooting a movie called Parole in the middle of Piru on 135th and McKinley at a legendary house called the Littletons. If you know, you know. And as I was in here filming this movie, it was a white man, Sal Martino. It was his film, and it was a very professional, independent, low budget, about $30,000 for the entire film, but it was very professionally run. And I remember being in there, and it was like, I went to take a rest, close my eyes, bam. And Puto came and woke me up. He like, hey, look, that nigga 2 T's from Bounty Hunters. I just seen him outside, and cause he pulled up on me and said, so what happened was Puto in Piru, he went outside to the car to get something, and he had a purple rag in his back pocket. Like, so he said a car crept up on him like, hey, where you from? He like, he had the purple rag, from Grape Street. So 2 T's was like, hey, you that nigga that be with Spider, right? He like, yeah. He like, yeah, we know Spider in there shooting a movie. He was like, tell him I got a game around the corner, man. We trying to holler and squash this. At that time, I felt like I had no right to do no squashing on behalf of nothing because I was G-Unit banging. So even though I wasn't really in offense, like looking to do nothing in the game, I definitely wasn't finna be, having 50 of them here, you cool with gang. That wasn't gonna happen. So what had taken place was, I remember Puto came and woke me up and told me that they was out there, and Game ended up actually coming to the location. We never actually talked or spoke. But he was bold. He actually poked his head around the door and tried to enter while I was at the table filming. My nigga Luck from Hustlers, he had a AR under a towel. He a little nigga, but he was trying to hold Game back like, hey, the homie ain't working right. But Game was using his whole big stature and size to like just lean past the homie and try to get my attention. Like, loco, it's me. Like, I can't holler at you. I'm like, I'm working, homie. I wouldn't even turn around. He was like behind me. I barely look over my shoulder. But yeah, 2 T's was the one that popped up that day. Just hear his name come up. His name don't always come up, but y'all have no idea. You might think I'm on a lot of the outside of a lot of things that I'm not necessarily on the outside of. I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. I'm glad y'all pulled up with me, man. We're gonna keep the she-knit cracking. I'll be back soon. BLACBOX production. Keep it a Google. Jeter.
Google gang. Straight legend. Google gang. SBI. Google gang. Google gang in here. You better keep that shit up Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a locomost easty, no mistake in the station. They making them statements, we waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Pay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We are not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards. We all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies. Facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google.